Hi everyone, welcome back. So today's gardening tutorial video is going to be all about watermelons and repotting them mainly, and I'll talk about how to look after them. I've been growing these with varying success for the past 5 years or so. I always give them a go. Last year I got a couple of melons. First year I did it in a conservatory where it was nice and hot, and I got a fair few. So I give them a go every year, and so I'm just going to talk a little bit about them, and we're going to be repotting these. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned and we'll get cracking. Okay, so we're going to repot these 3 plants today, these 3 watermelons. This one I've already done, and you can already see it's starting to grow better in the bigger pot. It's even started to send out a tendril. The watermelons are a vine. They're much like tomatoes, although I've found they don't require as much water as tomatoes, especially when they're in small pots before they start producing the fruit. Once they start growing, they do need quite a bit of water, but not a huge amount. So we're going to repot these 3, like I said. I'll start off by showing you one. So this is the smallest one there, and I could upgrade the pots to these 3 litre ones, but this is just a little, I think it's like a 1.5 litre 5-inch pot, 12 and a bit centimetres. So all I do is the same as usual. I'm not going to bury the stems on these like we do with tomatoes, so I'm just going to fill the pot up a bit. You can place the other pot in there to check the level of the compost. And we'll just tip it upside down, give the pot a gentle squeeze. That should come out quite easily. You can see all the roots there. So it would have been alright in this pot for a little while longer, but we're going to repot these now. It makes life easier to have them in bigger pots. You don't have to water them as much. So I'll just place it in the pot and fill around it with the compost. So this is just multi-purpose compost. I normally tend to find that the cheaper compost's not much good, and I hate to say it, but the peat-free stuff I don't find to be too good either. So this is a mixture of peat and core that I'm using today. Core is the husk from a coconut. So that's one done. So I'll give that a good water in a minute. And we'll get the other 2 done. So I'll bring you in a bit closer and show you a bit more detail. Okay, hopefully you can see a bit better there. So we're just going to repot one more of these sugar baby watermelons. And like I said a minute ago, I'm going for these 5-inch pots now. You could put them straight in their final growing position, so you could put them in a big pot, or you could plant them directly in the ground if you think you've got the weather for them. They do seem to like a lot of heat, so they do best in a greenhouse, I've found. I've got a couple outside this year, and we'll see how they go. The ones outside last year produced tiny little fruits, which we didn't really get to eat. And the one in the greenhouse got one quite big fruit. But I think I kind of neglected it a bit with the feeding and stuff last year, so there's that one repotted. So it's the same process again. I just filled the pot up a little bit with some compost, maybe a third of the way, just as much as you think it needs to get it to the height that it's already in. And then we gently get it out of the pot, check the roots. Pop it in and then fill around it. I always tend to push it down a little bit as we go. It kind of holds the seedling in place as well, and stops there from being any air pockets or anything in there. I've learned recently not to press it down too much in there. It depends what compost you use. But with this stuff, if I compact it too much, it goes green and the algae starts growing on the top. And it actually says that on the back of the compost bag as well. Don't compress it too much because it'll cause green growth. So I'll leave it quite loose, then give it a good old water. So I'll go grab my watering can. Okay, so the last thing to do is to give them a good water. So this is rainwater. I've still got a little bit left in my water butt. But rainwater is always best, but obviously not always possible, so just give them a good old drink. And what I normally do is let the water soak through and then give them another little bit just so it starts coming out the bottom. Then you know it's fully saturated, and then they'll probably be fine for a good while. We let them dry out nicely. Over the next few days the roots will grow through. Within a week or so you'll probably see them coming out the bottom of the pot. I won't be watering these again until the soil's quite dry. I'm not just going to water them for the hell of it, because they will start rotting at the stems here and they will fall over and they just won't do very well. They seem to like slightly drier conditions, so I'll let this dry out completely. So that's all there is to it, and I'll keep you updated on these in future videos. I do tend to do complete update videos every now and then, or I'll just do like a greenhouse tour or a veg garden or tree tour. Anyway, that's all there is to it. Okay everyone, so thank you very much for watching. Here's all the watermelons that we repotted today. And there's tomatoes up there that we repotted the other day. All doing well still. I saw they've already grown. It was only yesterday I think I did that. So like I said before, I'll keep you updated. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you'll subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And please like the video if you liked it. Any questions or anything, leave a comment down below. Hope you're all good. Hope you all have a great week. And I'll see you next time. See you later.